Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to introduce you to a concept called the 13th month. Now, to give you a little bit of context into the 13th month is that I currently hire team members to my business out in the Philippines. Now, the Philippines have it is a law. It is a Philippine labor law that they have something called the 13th month. Now, what this means in its simplest term is in December, Philippine employees will get an additional month's salary in December. Think of it almost as a Christmas bonus. It's the same concept, but they call it the 13th month. Now, you might be thinking, why the hell are you telling me this, Dave? Well, it's important because if you are looking to start a business, one of the biggest things that you can do to help grow your business is to hire team members, or to hire staff, as the uglier term for it is. And we have a fantastic team, which they've been with us. Most of them have been with us for years, and they are fantastic. We speak to them on a daily basis, and they're not just team members, but they are friends. We got to meet a couple of them last year when we went out to the Philippines, into Manila, and it was fantastic. And we are hoping to get back in the not too distant future and go and actually hang out with them all and do something a bit properly, which would be a nice thing to do. But bringing it back on topic is, I know there's a few people who run online businesses who hire or outsource some of their roles to the Philippines, and they don't pay the 13th month. And to me, that is wrong. And let me tell you why. It's because, firstly, if you're going to hire from the Philippines, chances are you're running an online business and you are taking advantage of the global economies of scale, and because of that, the cost of living out in the Philippines is a lot cheaper than it is in the Western world. And because you don't need location dependent staff, you can utilize skilled workers and skilled team members out in the Philippines for a lot less than what you could here in the UK or in the USA or in most parts of Europe. So you're already getting, for your business, a good deal, in terms of what it costs you. And the 13th month is like I say, it's a law in the Philippines. Philippines companies will have to pay their staff the 13th month. But these other, businesses that may be based in the UK, in America, in Europe, in Hong Kong, will say, well, we're not a Philippines company and we don't have to do it. And you're right, you don't have to do it. But it is culturally accepted amongst the Filipinos and Filipinas that this is an expected part of the working life. It's the 13th month. It's ingrained. It's as ingrained to them as a lunch break is to us. It's the same concept. It's just accepted that that's how it is. And ultimately, we like our team. We think they're great. We let them have their birthdays off and try and send them gifts and whatever else. But ultimately, they do amazing work for us. So if me or Matt are not around, we know the business is still ticking over, thanks to the team that we have in place. Now, the risk if you don't pay the 13th month is that your staff will leave. They'll be looking elsewhere for a company that does, because it is quite a big deal getting, a month's wage as a bonus in December. It is a big deal. Some people will, budget for the 13th month, and if you then turn around and say, oh no, we're not doing that, you're potentially leaving them in a very tricky situation. Now, the 13th month is very simply another month's salary. So if you have freelancers, for example, where maybe the amount that you pay them alters depending on how much they've worked for different months, the traditional way of working it out is to add up the wage that you've paid them every month for however long they've worked for you, and then divide that total number by how many months they have worked. So it gives you an average number of how much you've paid them over the term that they've worked for you, and then that is their 13th month bonus or salary. If you have like I said, all of our team are on a fixed wage. They are full-time members of staff. They turn up every day and they do a set amount. So we pay them the same every month. And And for us, they will just get an additional month in December. It is as simple as that. And like I said, it is a cultural tradition. It is a law in the Philippines. And like I say, if you're looking at hiring Philippine members of staff or team members, do be aware that the 13th month is something which you will be expected to pay, and it is always a nice thing to be able to say in an interview when you're bringing them on board, say, oh yeah, by the way, we do know about the 13th month and we totally are on board with it. You'll get your 13th month in December. With that said, you of course pay them their normal month's salary as well, and what we like to do as well with it being December is, because we have different team members getting paid on different dates throughout the month, earlier in December, in the first week of December usually, we will pay them in advance. We'll pay anyone who is due to be paid in December early, as well as give them their 13th month as well. So that then gives them a big chunk of money which they can then go spend on Christmas if they're having family around, and get preparations ready and presents and whatever else they may be doing. It just saves that awkwardness. We're lucky we pay our staff directly through PayPal, but sometimes if you're using another service provider like, it used to be Odesk, Fiverr, and I can't think of the names, but you know the type of those websites. It can take a while for them to actually get the payment through. So my advice would always be, our ethos has always been the staff get paid first before we get paid anything. And with that said, when it comes to the 13th month and December pay in general, we pay them early and directly, so we know that they will get the pay as soon as we hit that send button. So I hope that's sort of give you a bit of an insight into what the 13th month is when it comes to the Philippine pay. And like I said, a massive, if you're watching this, guys, who I'm privileged enough to be part of our team, thank you for everything that you do. We really do appreciate you. And yeah, if you're watching this and you're thinking about hiring staff and looking into that, I will do probably a few videos about how to hire effectively in the Philippines, because to me, if you are running an online business, it is the first place to look. We have had some incredible team members, and still do. They've been with us for a long time. So I hope you found this video interesting. I hope you found it useful. If you have, please leave a like rating. If you have any questions about outsourcing in general, the 13th month, or anything else regarding hiring in the Philippines, just let me know down below. Like I said, I've been doing this for the past 4 years. I think I've come across most of the answers to questions you may have. With that said, if you are new, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching.